Greetings and welcome back. It has been a while since I've been at this site, and it's been a while since I've been recording just the episodes of the playthrough. And I wanted to get back into this, and I apologize. You're going to hear I'm still nasally. It's going to be the season for me for a while. I'm going to sound like this for a bit, unfortunately. All right. Well, I armed myself up because it turns out that I have a wolf problem, as you already knew from the last time. And what's going to happen this time around is I like this area. I do like this area. And I really wanted to make this whole... Well, you know what? No, I'm not giving up. I'm far too stubborn to give up. It's what it is. Let's keep it up. Let's keep doing our thing. Let's see how long it takes us to die over and over again from wolves. Alrighty. I was gonna expand some lighting options, and I was gonna... Oh yeah, that's right, I was gonna let y'all know about the update. So here, check it out. So this is what we're seeing now. Alright, in the background I'll just be walking around, moving from place to place, getting some next things ready. Alright, so with the next part of the Kaizen update, which is coming up soon, they say, it looks like we're gonna be able to build continuous fences, which will be nice, where you can start a fence and it will match the terrain, which has been a real pain in the butt. If you saw my recent video on the how-to guide on farming, then you saw that I added some fencing next to the rice steps that I made. And they look okay, but when you put one fence down and the next fence down, it doesn't really match the terrain terribly well, just on the base setup. So that was definitely a thing I had to deal with as I went. So I'm happy to see that that will happen. Happiness. We're finally gonna have to worry about happiness with our villagers. That is good news, honestly. I'm ready to have to care about that. Alrighty, I'm taking these wolves out, dang it. Holy cow, there's so many of them. Alright, anyway. I'm happy to have to deal with happiness. That was redundant. I'm happy for happiness. I am happy to actually deal with happiness, honestly. I think it's gonna be nice. In the early stages of the beta, I remember dealing with happiness, and I remember it being really not that bad, and it being kind of just a thing, and you just find ways to maintain. And I'm going to do a video about maintenance as soon as that update comes out. I'm going to get on this idea about maintenance and do some quick looks and find exactly how many villagers you need to, like what's the exact amount of villagers that you're going to get, and where the cutoffs for when you get your certain needs to show up. Ooh, this is going to be a challenge. Uh-oh. That's a level 3 guy. Okay, he didn't see me yet. That's a win. So, with the wolves, I'm just running up and spam stabbing. So I'm just going and just stab, 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 stab. By the way, the stars, if you noticed, are a rating on extra hit points, essentially. Ooh, this could be tricky. I'd like to make sure I take advantage. Oh, and do they give us more stuff? +5. Let's go find out. That was a +5. Oh, chugging. And let's try this out. 1 star. Zap, 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 zap. And then let's try. We get 3, 3, 8. Is it significantly more? Is it actually more, or is it just that it's random? Like there's a range each time. Oh, Jesus, so many wolves. I mean, look at all the wolves here. I think that's something I definitely need to make sure I put out there. Just be like, hey, can we talk about lowering the population of wolves in certain areas? Alright, anyway, let's get back on this village thing. But now we have a large collection of furs that we can definitely start tanning. So, let's get on that. Oh, crud. I did not see that. I did not see that problem. Alright. Problem not a problem anymore. Done. 316. Yeah, it does look like they're worth more. Right? It does. Oh, man. I think we're gonna die. Maybe not. Let's try. Let's try not to die. If we... Ooh, that's why I did that. But guess what? I actually have my beverage storage, and I make sure I have all my containers just chilling right there. Boom. That's why you want to have your stuff just sitting right here next to you. So handy. All the Dynasty storages. It's a lot of meat. I'd say that's a good haul. Let's see here. I mean, we're in a good spot. We have a lot of stuff, and I think it's just time to massively expand. I am very tempted to, as I always am with this game, to reboot and to restart and to take a different perspective. I do like the idea of taking this village off and just like, woof, and going and just building up. And honestly, I don't see why I can't do that, so maybe that's just what we do. So then let's start being real. The thought I was going to say was that I wonder if it's worth reconsidering where the things that I'm up against here, and just, if I do a restart, talking about all the steps that we do along the way, and really being earnest and intensive about really making a solid, here's how I ramp myself up fast, because it is fun to ramp up fast. This has been a very casual play, just like, I'm just going to do my thing, and I want to make a neat village to see when we do a flyover. And I think that that's the goal for all of this, it's just to get to that point. Right, I don't want, oops, yep, I do want you eating that. I am not going to allow them to eat any of my raw ingredients, because I find that to be a real pain in the rear. I don't want those things going anywhere. I want those available for me to do recipes, and for the villagers to do recipes. So first off, in maintenance, I highly suggest you do this. Don't let them eat your raw ingredients, your pre-cooked ingredients. It's not efficient, and it's a waste of your resources. If you're overstocked in fat, I mean, obviously you could just let that go. So here we are, now we have all these things, and if you saw my video, you know that there are some really easy meals to get, and really handy ones for your village needs. Now, that being said, I also know, I haven't played this in so long, I don't even remember what season we're in. Let's do this. I do want to start stockpiling. I want to start stockpiling mushrooms. Can't even read right. Haha. Do notice that, and I hope that they update this one, that sometimes when you switch these up, you have to double click. There we go. And a shiitake mushroom. Yeah, let's go. And honestly, part of the reason why I kind of want to reboot is that I have learned a lot in making the training, doing the how-to video. I have definitely come to find out a lot, and I've learned a lot from y'all about little items you can find along the way. So when I think about it, I know exactly how I would really ramp up fast, and I'm so concerned about this area and the constant battle with wolves that is this region. Alrighty, we have logs, we have all the building logs, and I'm going to turn this person into maintenance only. And by the way, I did send a comment to one of y'all talking about some things, because I know they asked a great question about maintenance, and I had originally said chiseled stone because it's the only one that seemed to work for me. It's the only one that seemed to say it was helping out. It's not the best solution, obviously. So when you look at your maintenance needs, and I may have already said this in the last one, I apologize, it's been far too long since I've been doing this. This is the most efficient way to get your needs met. So I am not going to allow them using my deciduous, or yes I am. I don't want them using the premium conifers for this though, because I build with those, and I don't care about those. I do care about the straw, because right now I don't have that conduit set up. And again, this is one of those spaces where I do want to really dig in about how I'm going to do my solutions to things. Okay, and I only have them doing firewood, which I think is a handy way to go. Okay, anyway, let's get back on track. So what were the goals? I wanted to get the Onibaba quest done, but only when we actually have this village looking legit. Speaking of that, it's time to expand. And just, ooh, nope. I'm still not a fan of the large houses, to be very honest with you. I just don't think it looks particularly great. I do want to get me a kitchen, so I'm definitely going to get on that. So I kind of want to make this the main village pathway. We are going to need to use the shovel to clear out the grasses. That's a definite thing where I look at this and I go, I bit off more than I could chew. Because you have to clear all of these things at this time, as of this update. And I love the grasses, and I think it'll look really cool. But I'm going to have to go piece by piece with shovels just to clear all this out. So with the shovel, if you click on it, you can permanently remove it. Now, if you place yourself conveniently, you can usually get more than one at a time. Ooh, no I cannot. Nope, not anymore. Used to be able to rush it. Used to be able to just go like rapid click it, and it would just go. It looks like that is now just a one animation at a time, and that is fine. I can be patient. I've been known to be patient. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna see on the other side of fast forward with this. What did I do in the time that I was away? Well, I needed to get more stone, so I got a bunch of stone and I put some, boom. I put some workers in different stations. I needed this person to do this. They obviously just burned their stone axe out, or stone pickaxe out. A ton of that going on. I wanted to get a bunch of chiseled stone. That's been handy, so we're in a good spot for that. Now, when the update comes out, I'll be excited for making a pathway here specifically, because I think that's going to look good. We'll have it come down this way, and that'll lead us into the main village and the housing. Now, with the area we are at here, I'm going to do just a few small things to make sure that everything's working alright. And by the way, when we look at our needs and how that turned over season-wise, now I have the chiseled stone. That's a lot of needs. I think that this is where we're going to solve that problem, though. Bevies. Oh, I told them they could drink anything. Well, and that means I'm going to be out of stuff. I'm not going to let them drink sake. Oops. I'm not going to let them drink sake because I don't want them to use something that I'm going to use for the health and the healing needs. So that's a thing that I want to turn off. Maintenance-wise, I've already shown you all that one. Now, spirituality, we aren't there yet, but I've already... Oh, sorry. That was the other question I was going to answer, and I totally spaced out on in the previous part of the recording. The thing that I found is the best for spirituality is, honestly, hats. Because straw. Straw is the win in all aspects. And I am discovering very quickly that the forager's hut is probably my favorite resource. And that is probably going to be a thing that I build extra of. And the reason for it, of course, is that you're going to build a lot of things using simple materials, and the forager's hut combined with drying rack is going to be the way that I get to straw. And by getting to straw, my spiritual needs are done. So if you didn't specifically see the comment, then this is the way I would solve your spirituality needs. I thought that, here we are. No, monk hat. The monk hat is expensive. 1,500 coins. Sure. So go ahead and grab yourself some seashells or get yourself a fish working station and have them keep gathering seashells for a number of seasons until you've got the 1,500 you need. You can also do this. No, never mind. And then what's going to happen is this is going to cost you 15 straw and it's going to cost you 1 rope. But that 1 rope only costs you 5 straw. Now I have 106 rope because I have a worker who's just been making these things for a while. And it's going to be paying off. Yeah, you could do the clothing route, but honestly, I don't see that it does anything better. And the hat itself is super inexpensive and very easy to build. I am low on money because I decided to buy a bunch of stuff in the process of making the other part of the video, and oops, that definitely cost me a while. Oh well. I apologize if you've been hearing a tick-tock in the background. I forgot to fix the clock issue that I have in this room when I'm recording. My apologies if that's been kind of an annoyance. Alright, with that, I think it's time to just finish these houses up, and then do some last reps on this one. And then honestly, I don't know. It is tricky, because in your playthroughs, and I hope that you enjoy what you're doing, and you should always have fun with what you're doing, and always do things the way you want to do them, and, you know, for maximum joy, obviously. Like, that's the point of playing the game, right? Have fun with it. Let's see here. What? I'm sorry, what? I get experience for doing this? Alright, sure. Let's do that then. Bring it on, buddy. Didn't know that. Okay, so I can gain experience just by swinging and chopping this. Oh, dude. That's a hoot. Cool. Well, that's good. So then, yeah. I mean, I think I already have all the stuff to unlock everything, but nice. Done. Yeah, that takes care of that. Okay, so let it be known you get experience for hitting things with your sword, even if it's a training dummy. I kind of like that. That's handy. But I do think that I want to just wrap it up, and I want to make it look good for the flyby, and then I want to move on. And then I think what my next plan will be is I'll do a reboot as soon as they do Kaizen, the update for Kaizen, and the reason will be to focus on maintenance and focus on the step-by-steps with maintenance, and that this is just a fun wrap-up to this series and a good way to just kind of close out. I do like this area, and I think it's been fun to build it, and I appreciate you all being here and being a part of it. This mining station, So my thought here is that I don't like where this thing is. How are you people still moving, or still working? Isn't it nighttime? Shouldn't you be, like, chilling somewhere and relaxing? I mean, far be it for me to be the village head who just makes you work every second of the day and the night. You just go ahead and have a relaxing evening, y'all. Like, what are you doing? I am moving this beast because it just doesn't make sense where it was, right? I mean, why would you have it in a region where there aren't stones, right? So, I figure we'll end up putting it on this side and probably up over the hill here. Now, big regret placing that one there. I think we place a hunter's hut over there. Alright, so we're going to do a thing. There you go. You go ahead and sit right there, buddy. You sit right there. Oop. As long as you look at the foundation, you always get a good view of it, and you can then move. Let's see. I think the path... Oh, there's the pathway. Fantastic. Now, don't really think that you would have a hunter's hut too close to the walkway and the pathway, but I do think it is good for our idea of security. Not literally as far as villager needs are concerned, but when you look at the structure, having a little watchtower on here does make it feel like it has an aspect of security to it. Alright, I think the placement I like is right there. Boom. Sorry for the dark eve. Let's chop this beast down. And then the shovel giveth and the shovel taketh away. And we will taketh away. Oh yeah, that's right. So, that's something I could say. So the, when you want to get rid of a stump, you must left click. When you want to get rid of small things, you use E, or the use key. So that's something I noticed was kind of a non-intuitive immediately thing. So, yeah, when you're using the shovel, the left click is to remove stumps, or the E key is to take away resources on ground level. And now the shovel can taketh away. Alright, let's see if we can keep that. And again, when you look at the foundation, that's how you most easily interact. There we go. Okay, I'm pretty content with that. Nice. That's not bad. I like that better than I liked it before. And then we hop the river. Now, this one. Oops. Give me that. What you doing? Thought I was looking at the... What you talking about? What you talking about, man? Alright, here we go. I kind of want to do this little space right up here. Oh dear. There we are. No, I don't like that at all. that's not at all what I was... No. No. Now I have to place it very far away so that we can then replace it back up here. Okay, that was not what I liked at all. Let's do something more akin to this. Oh, the terrain is so wildly different in height. Yes. Yeah, that's one of the problems you could run into is when the terrain is wildly different in height, it really is kind of a problem. There we go. I'm gonna be honest that I'm not a huge fan of where this is placed. Just not the biggest fan. Now this resource over here is hemp. It is not growing time. It will be next season, I believe. And it is a I have no idea what they're going to use it for yet. I mean, clothing, right? It would make sense. So, I haven't seen anything about that yet. I'll be curious if that's in the new update as well. I think I'm going to find myself skipping winters, which I'm curious. And I'd love to hear in the comments, are you all about skipping the winter and just like fast forwarding through it, or is the winter a spot where you really find some really fun things to do and some joys in that? I'm curious what y'all are up to for that one. Now, let's see here. And what's your go-to building? Like, what is the key building that is just always a part of everything you do? Like, your go-to, like, this is 100% my most useful structure. And I know I've already heard from some people before that the fishing hut is just simply the best. And I agree. It is the most useful structure there is in the game. Definitely love the large village, or the large paper lamp. That's my favorite. And I like this little region right here. Let's do that. And then when you do this, remember, go with decorations and then light sources, and then you gotta tell it. Oh, darn it. Interesting, it says I don't have enough of those. Boom. And of course, we do need more lanterns over here, right? I mean, how can we not light the way for our people? We could also do torches on the side of the buildings. Those are definitely a good decoration. There we go. And I think it'll be worth having that last stand. Let's have another one over here. Light this way as well. Alright, and then from here, I think that's my last lantern. Nice. And we're getting somewhere. One of the things that I really wanted here was I wanted these rice fields to look awesome. So that's the goal here. We're going to make a series of rice steps. That's what I want to do. Oops, too much? Is it too much? I got flat terrain. See what we can do. See what I can do here. Maybe I can force a little bit of staggering out of it. One of the problems with this area is it's a lot less level than I believe I thought it would be. Look at that. That's not allowing me to do that, but I might be able to do it piece by piece. It might look a little puzzling. The problems I'll have is I don't want it to look too weird, right? I don't want it to look completely bizarre in this placement, but I do want to see what I can do with this. Alright, that's not bad. Oh, lack of flat terrain. It can't be the object blocking it, is it? Not. It's just a piece of the terrain that's a problem right there. Oh man. This might turn into a really bizarrely piecewise looking thing. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna like this too much. Oh boy. I don't know, that's... Okay, well... I don't know about this. Oh my goodness, it looks so weird. It looks so weird. Evil, it looks so weird. Okay. Too stubborn to give up. Too stubborn. Way too stubborn. Oh yeah, of course there's not enough flat terrain. That's like a monstrously big gap right there. That'll let me place. I'm going with it. Come on now, let's... Nice. It's not bad. Okay. I mean, it's not what I wanted by any means. It's not at all what I wanted by any means whatsoever. But it is not bad. Okay. What can I get away with here? Let's do a big flooded area. I mean, there's no point to doing too big of a flooded area, right? Because you know your villagers can't work too much. Okay, not bad. It is puzzling, isn't it? It just doesn't... It is just puzzling, isn't it? It just doesn't look quite right. Yeah, let's see. Ooh, yeah. Well, actually, that was just a chug. Huh? Look, not bad. I feel like we're really I feel like I'm really reaching when I try this. Like I'm really stretching to see if I can make this work. But hey, that's the, you know, you're limited by your creativity, you're limited by what you can accomplish, what the limitations are in the game, and the setup that we've got here. I'm going for it. Gotta get this angle down. We can do, did I get the angle right? I did. I did. Oh, so close. Darn it. I wanted to get a field of 25 out of that. Okay. Alright, well, I think we're accomplishing kind of a staggering downhill type of setup here, and that's not, I'm not completely against it. I'm not saying it's not good, I'm not saying it's not great either. I'm not saying it's bad. Ooh, this is good, this is a win. Oh, there we go. I want a really wide one here, that's good. And we're good! Let's try this out. The last one here will be this. So this is me just, I'm trying to make it look, I don't know, I just like that idea of like the steps, the rice steps. Okay, that's cool. My character was in the way. That's one part of the problem, so that's okay. I like that. Because if that's the only problem I have, I can deal with that. Alright. Looking good-ish. I mean, as good as it can be, right? Not bad. Ah. Oh, wanna see if this'll work? Do you think that this'll go? Do you think that this is a good setup? Oh, do you think this is gonna work? Oh man. Ah, shoot, it's so close. I do think that we're right on the edge of a spot that's not gonna work. Ah! I think I can make this work, y'all. Oh, it's that spot right there. Oh, shoot. It's just that one spot. Okay. Obviously, there's a lot of workstations here, and it's not pretty, right? Like, it's not... Yeah, the workstations are going to be really non-functional. In other words, these are not going to make good workspaces, but they are going to make interesting decorative spaces. So, if I want to have good workspaces, I need better placement for... I need better placement for this stuff. Oh, that's all the farther you can go widthwise? Okay, I'll take it. And then we ran ourselves out of clay and stone. Ah, darn it. Well, this was one of the regions I really wanted to build into this, though. And then what I'll do is I'll put in some like stuff to pack it in to make it look like it's actually structured properly. And that's the fencing. Which now I'm going to have to build all of these fences just to unlock them. And then destroy them. Hurrah! Anyway, so that's what I'm up to, y'all. We'll finish that up and then we'll do our flyby. I'm hoping in fall. Alright, take care, y'all.